I return from food. What kind of dwarves are to the right? Which one? This one? This one? Well, to the right of what? I guess is the question. But hi. I made it back. I said it would be quick. Just eating a sandwich is much faster than I normally make it take. Often I take longer breaks. But, be back. But, all right. All right, so we're gonna unpause. You can't tell your left from right. So which ones are on the left? Are on the left? These ones? These are swords dwarves. Those are my military. Hopefully they do better than the last military that I had, because they're all dead. All of them. Every single one of them. But I hope you're doing well, Hops. Good day, sir. Yeah, we just did a real quick lunch break. We are currently hollowing out my walls so that I can put hot red spicy rocks in it. Frank's Red Hot Spicy Rock. It's gotta be a thing, right? Anyway, we're gonna fill it up with spicy rocks. And in order to fill it up with spicy rocks, we have to hollow it out first, so that I can then dump the spicy rock on the baddies beneath the spicy rock. And you know what? Honestly, I think they'll appreciate the spicy rock. This is requiring quite a lot of craft dwarfship to put together, so they will be in awe as they turn to charcoal. Iron Floodgate. Quartzite. Iron Floodgate. Quartzite. Iron Floodgate. Quartzite. Fuck. That's all I got for right now. Lava rocks. Well, I'm dumping lava on them. Spicy rock. That's why I said, see you in an hour or in like 8, depending. Welcome back, Stone. Stone, did you leave before or after we got attacked? Because we got attacked by 650 invaders. It was like 250 goblins, 200 something beak dogs, and like 200 trolls. We won, barely. 3 of my dwarves survived. Ironically, diamonds, we had 30, so, you know, three of my soldiers, rather. I lost 0 civilians, although my soldiers didn't die because they were outclassed. They died because they fell asleep. They started dozing off in the battlefield. So we're reinforcing our combat ability. Killing that many would get tiring. We had some pretty dramatic slow motion, too. The game was running at, like, a frame a second during the fight. So there was some very dramatic slowdown. It has to be one of the biggest sieges I've seen in recent memory, that's for sure. It was going bullet time. Oh, hell yeah. It was very bullet time. You're unsurprised? Yeah? Oh, definitely. It was running slowly. But, you know, it's fine. So you know what's kind of sus, chat? During the stream today, they changed the estimated API release date to the 19th of January 2023. I think that's the first time it's not been the 30th of a month. I'm pretty sure every other temporary release date was just the 30th of whatever the next month was. I'm quite positive that is the first time they've done one of those that's not on the 30th. On a 30th, rather. What does the API mean? So if it's... Okay, so you know how Dwarf Fortress's release date on Steam is... time is subjective? You can have a hidden release date behind that because you can type in whatever you want there. That field is just like free, so you can just type in whatever you want. But Steam still needs to organize it based on all the other upcoming releases. So when you go to popular upcoming, a lot of these games maybe don't necessarily have strict release dates. Yeah, TBA, wishlist now, right? 505 games, Among the Trolls, right? This game, its behind the scenes secret API release date is probably sometime in the next 5 days, right? So it says TBA, wishlist now, right? Dwarf Fortress has a release date, technically, on Steam, but it's a placeholder, non-actual. Is this Rocket League, but golf? That's kind of awesome. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted for a second there. But yeah, no, if that makes any sense. I might be down for Rocket League, but golf, guys. Possible actual release date? I mean, that would be weird because they did say that they were still feeling like it would be fall. But I'm curious. Maybe. I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt that's an actual release date, but it is still strange that it's not a 30th, because every other time they've always had it on a 30th. At least every other time that I noticed it, it was always a 30th. I think it'll be sooner than then. You played the demo and it's fun? Not something I'd stream, but... I could be down for Rocket League, but golf. All right, well, this is starting to look kind of finished-ish, which is nice. All right, well, let's go here. Literally just waiting on those glass blocks. Is that the only thing that they have? Oh, I see. It's just the lowest priority. Well, let's pump those above the tubes for what I need more of. Kind of want to do these out of a different color. Like, let's make these out of phthalate blocks. Why not? Got a lot of them. Really matter what material they are. And we just need to go up to that wall, punch a hole in it, and put our final piece of power into it. And that's quite literally it. Oh, also, I still need to build the actual power. Hey, spring has arrived. Would you look at that? The worst season of the year has arrived. That's not true. Summer is the worst season of the year. Spring's second worst. I've been watching, on the topic of worst season of the year, I've been watching a series of tweets from Russ Money where he's just like, it's been one day without any air conditioning and a heat wave. I'm starting to turn into a human manifestation of a puddle. And it's like, now he's on day 9 of no air conditioning and a heat wave because his landlord's like, we're working on repairing your AC, man. We'll get there eventually. And he's like, sure. Sure. It's been a very sad journey. So everybody, I guess, press F's for Russ Money, who's probably still kind of dead. Keeps turning his stream on for like an hour and then turns his stream off because he's like, I'm too sweaty. Can't do it. It's hard. I can't laugh at it because I just feel bad, but all right, there we go. So now up here, so now I can start building spinning wheels on this. Hi, Gandu, what's up? It's going all right. Today kind of had a rough start, but picking up. Things all right. Things all right. What you been up to? Been off of Twitch for a bit, or just been watching other things? So to me, MC means Minecraft. So in my mind, you've gotten your Minecraft license. What's MC mean? Motorcycle. Okay. Makes a lot more sense. It's like, Minecraft license? Yeah, I never would have figured that out. It's either that or like microphone controller. It's like MC. It's like I know of two MCs. One of them is MC Hammer. The other one is Minecraft. But sounds like a fun 2 months. I mean, it's been good weather for it, I would think. I've just been doing a lot of backpacking the past few months. Yes, you built a road in Minecraft for 2 months straight. You know, honestly, I wouldn't put that past anybody. People have weirder hobbies these days, okay? It's not the strangest one I've heard. It's like, what have you been doing for the last 2 months? Building a Minecraft road, listening to MC Hammer? Okay. Yeah, that sounds like something somebody would do in 2022. That was my next question, Hops. All right, there you go. You have spent 2 weeks in Minecraft building a castle with 11 other people. See, I wasn't far off. I was half right. That certainly sounds like a motorcycle. I know nothing about motorcycles. All I know is that electric motorcycles go fast. Those things go nyum. Because I was watching a Festival of Speed, and they had some electric motorcycles going real fast in that thing. Not the fastest thing. The fastest thing was a car, but that's a bridge. I won't start complaining about noise pollution and motorcycles then. Harleys are too fucking loud, in my opinion, but, you know. I'm not here to crap on your parade. Sounds fun, though. I mean, I got to ride on a motorcycle once. A very, very, very long time ago. My uncle was driving. One of the most terrifying moments of my life. Want a little electric scooter? You mean like an old people scooter or like a two-wheel whee with a handlebar thingy? Because those electric scooters are not that expensive, but the cheap ones have a tendency of exploding in your house, so I'd be careful with those. The moment you're on country roads away from cities and homes, yeah, no, that's fair. There's this one person that drives a Harley in my building, and I've never met the guy, but he's one of those guys that has the massive speakers on the side, and like, I think he takes it to work or whatever, because like fucking 6 o'clock in the morning on a weekday, just living after midnight out the fucking door. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, at least wait until you're on the road. Asshole. It only goes 20 miles an hour with a pedal assist, but it's zippy around town. Oh yeah, no, I mean, 20 miles an hour is fast, dude. Like, it doesn't feel like it's that fast when you're in a motor vehicle, but when you're on a bike, 20 miles an hour is fast. Like, you can get to the grocery store and back in no time at all with 20 miles an hour. I mean, it's definitely no, like, blow the doors off somebody, but speed, but you can get places quickly. All right, let's do this. Hey, Garga, what's up? You go 35 miles an hour on your road bike? No. So, true story, I got pulled over on a mountain bike by a cop once for speeding. I was going down a hill like this, which led straight down to the driveway for the house that I grew up at. And at the end of it, well, I basically would like hit my brakes, right? So I'd go as fast as I could on this road bike down this thing. And it was like, there was a school zone in the middle of it. So it was like very slow speed limits. I'm just riding. Siren, what? Pull over. Police officer pulls up next to me. Excuse me, son, do you know how fast you were going? Looked at him. No. He goes, 78 kilometers an hour. I just looked at him, really? He goes, yep, you were hauling ass. I'm like, all right. And he goes, are you old enough to have a driver's license? And I looked at him like, I'm 14. He's just like, oh, well, if you had a driver's license, I'd give you a ticket. Since you're not old enough to have a driver's license, I will simply say thank you for wearing a helmet. And please don't hit anybody at that speed because you'll really injure them. It's like, all right, I will keep riding. It was a 4-kilometer ride, and it was like straight uphill, right? And the top was the lake, and the bottom was my house. So I would ride up to the lake, and I'd ride back down, and I would go up to the lake, and I'd kayak because I was in sports, right? So that would be my warm-up. It would take me about 40 minutes to get to the lake, 4 kilometers straight up a hill, like just fucking snail's pace. But going home was just like, there's no cars on that road ever. It was a dead street half the time. And I just sit there with my hands off of the handlebars most of the way back, just down the road. I mean, to be fair, this was my dad's racing bike. Like, this was a very nice, like, you could lift this bike up with one finger. My uncle owned the bike before my dad had it, and he took it, across Canada in a, like, charity race thing. So, like, this is a nice racing bike. But I didn't realize I was going that fast. It was the classic, do you know how fast you're going, son? Was the funny bit about it, though. At least for me. You've been pulled over for speeding in a 15-kilometer zone. No idea what he was thinking, but pedestrians called him an idiot. Oh, on a unicycle. Really? My old cello teacher growing up had a unicycle that he would ride to the music school. And it was the most comical thing ever because he was a cello teacher, right? Had a cello on his back. Elves have arrived to trade. So he'd have a cello on his back, a briefcase, and if it was raining, an umbrella. And he'd ride a unicycle to work. Which is amazing, by the way. It was one of those things where it's like, I wish that this was a point in my life where I had a smartphone so I could have videotaped him. Yeah, he was literally like a cartoon character. Absolutely. You could actually Google him, I think. His name was Joel Stobie. He was part of the Purcell String Quartet for years. I hope he's doing okay. He had pretty bad Parkinson's when I knew him. He was getting to the point where it was hard for him to play cello anymore, so it was kind of a sad story, but... Iron and quartzite. Shared driving electric scooters you have in your city? Oh, really? It was 2 past midnight, though. I mean, that's probably why they pulled you over. They probably thought you were drunk. Roger just got thrown in prison because I'm not paying any attention to what my mayor wants. So I... Oops. Yeah, motorcycles don't bother me that much with the noise pollution. It's more just because I live in an area that's full of Hell's Angels. Well, maybe not as full as it used to be a couple of years ago, but they all drive Harleys and they all blast music really loudly while they're driving, and it's annoying as shit. It's like, if I didn't automatically associate Harley Davidson motorcycles with gang activity, I think I'd probably have, like, more patience for them. But... they're cool pieces of machinery, at the very least. I give them that. You was just polite with the officers and told them that you were speeding because this thing charges by the minute. Oh, yeah, fair. Yeah, makes sense. Here in Sweden, the max speed allowed for a bicycle, excluding bicycle race events, is 30 kilometers an hour. Anything beyond that, you can lose your driver's license or get a ticket on a bike. So... huh. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, if you can go faster than 30 kilometers an hour on a bicycle, the police officer should just give you a high five. Like, honestly, like, that's the only repercussions from that. If you can go faster than that on a bicycle, you should just get a high five. That's about the most you should get, in my humble opinion, which doesn't matter. So. I can't see my phalite blocks. There. But yeah, no, you and Pablo Rasta, the two motorcycle peoples in this chat that I know. He's not in Sweden, though. He drove, like, I think most of the way across the US this past year. Although there's probably more motorcycle people in this chat than I'm aware of. Those are just the ones that I know about. You're still high on the hype. My little sister's trying to get her motorcycle license. Although I shouldn't say that too loudly or my mom might hear me while I'm streaming and then go, what? Because I think my mom might have like a minor panic attack. Major panic attack, actually. She and my little sister got her driver's license, got her motorcycle license. But every single time I talk to my little sister, she's like, I want to drive a motorcycle. I'm like, you want to what now? She's not the sort of person you'd expect. What's she aiming for? Just a Honda. Something that goes... The extent of my motorcycle knowledge kind of begins and ends with MotoGP, which is I watch their races sometimes. And they go real fast. And one of the drivers married his stepsister, which is really strange to me. Sport. You only ride a regular bicycle? I don't even have that because my eye doctor says that I don't see well enough to ride a bicycle. So I rode a rental bicycle that had 1 speed in Montreal around an F1 track, and I probably won't be on... I mean, okay, so a crotch rocket is a motorcycle this big? Not to be confused with a crotch jet. Or an ass burner, which is a camping stove. Hey, Kachapan. Cheers, dude. I'll be around. Ain't going anywhere. But thank you very much for swinging by to say that. Means a lot. Does. We're currently in the process of setting up a spicy rock distributor to distribute spicy rock on goblins' heads. Oh, I see. There's one on the way. I was like, why can't I build this here? Because there's already one there, you doofus. You big smart. Sweet. No, a crotch rocket is like... actually, hold on. Let's see if Google works. I'm going to Google crotch rocket and see what happens. You know, honestly, Google knew what I was talking about. Literally just racing bikes. That's literally just racing bikes. Crotch rocket. I don't have safe search on. That's the thing. There is no parent filter on. Don't type that in Bing, because you probably will get somebody with a rocket in their crotch. Actually, this is going to be a picture of Elon Musk. Floodgates. Although that would be more of a cock rocket, but... guys are so slow at making mechanisms. Holy shit. Actually, hold on a second. I wonder. All right, well, people are making iron mechanisms. We'll make the iron mechanisms. It would ruin your relationship? Why? Just constant stress of her going over the handlebars and flying a couple hundred meters? Because I feel like if I had like a partner who rode motorcycles, that would be my constant fear, is like every single time you go outside. Well, that's exciting. Don't have anything to catch it in, though. The Hydra! Ninipi. Ninipi. A giant dragon-like monster with 7 biting heads. Look at that. Huh. No, the refuse room is halfway down the base. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were literally talking about motorcycles. So I'm trying to decide if I do some cheesy shenanigans to catch it in a cage trap, or if we just fight it. I'm kind of leaning just fight it. What do you guys think? It's a Hydra. I got 28 soldiers. We could fight it. It's not undead or anything crazy. We could butcher it and eat it. Let's fight it. Let's fight it. I always do the capture thing. In fact, I think I had a pet one earlier. Let's fight a Hydra. We're not hailing this Hydra. The undead moose again? An undead moose is obviously a sleep-deprived Canadian. All right. Not to be confused with an undead beaver. That's totally different. This is a crotch rocket situation. All right. Made it to the river. A sleep-deprived Swedish person? A Swedish person. No, actually, an IKEA employee. So, here comes the squads, do-do-do-do. Here comes the squads, and I say, that's a Hydra. We're all gonna fucking die. All right, chat, so what do you guys think the number of dead is gonna be from this Hydra kill? Oh, here's the first dwarf in combat with him. Avuz. Her neck is torn open. Well, that's a good sign. Sword dwarf slashes the Hydra in the right eye with of their second head with their adamantine short sword, and the injured part is cloven asunder. The adamantine short sword is firmly lodged in the wound, but gets clawed. The sword dwarf pulls on the embedded adamantine short sword and gains possession of the adamantine short sword. Got struck at, but blocked it. The swords dwarf then stabs the Hydra in the right foot with her adamantine short sword, chipping the bone. A motor nerve has been severed, and a ligament has been torn, and a tendon has been torn. The force pulls the right leg. The Hydra misses the swords dwarf. The Hydra charges at the swords dwarf, but the swords dwarf jumps away. All right, where's the nearest? All right, the nearest soldier is pretty far. Hold on. Her spine is bruised and her neck is torn open. All right, well. The Swords Dwarf does a lot of jumping and stabbed it again in the right rear foot and lodges the sword in the wound, pulls on the sword, and then regains possession, I think. All right, there's a head on the ground or something. Yeah, well, there's a removed head, so our dwarf here was able to remove a head. So I would say that she's getting a head in this battle. The Swords Dwarf slashes the Hydra in the fourth head with her adamantine short sword, and the severed part sails off in an arc. The combat keeps up. The Swords Dwarf slashes at the Hydra in the lower body with her adamantine short sword, tearing apart the muscle and spilling the guts. Oh my god. Is that what I think it is? Oh no, it's entrails. I was gonna say, it's not entrails, it's snow. I was gonna say, wouldn't it be awesome if its entrails are dangling out? But no, it's not. That's just snow. It's got the Hydra down. The Swords Dwarf slashes the Hydra in the upper body with her adamantine short sword, tearing apart the muscle and tearing apart the right lung. An artery has been opened by the attack, and the Hydra is having trouble breathing. The Swords Dwarf slashes the Hydra in the sixth head with her adamantine short sword, and the severed part sails off in an arc. And the Hydra is dead, my friends. Which means Avuz, Hydra Slayer, for killing Nepepi, the Pulpiel, the Hydra, in 223. Statues in her honor. Iron statue, 1. Historical figure. Statue of Hydra Slayer. Coming right up. Speaking of, I need to build that brass statue, which I think got made. There it is. Is iron enough? It's the best I got, really. She's already been given an adamantine sword. I don't know what I can do better than that. Although, I guess I could give her steel, but... We'll feast with this one. Yeah, I mean, I hope somebody butchers that. If they haven't got a job working on it yet. Okay, cool. They're coming to get it. I'm very curious to see how much meat they get from it, though. Gonna go put it in the stockpile. And then they'll be right next to a butcher's pile. So if they are butcherable, they will be butchered. Also, we are damn close to done with this. Oh, another forgotten beast. A gigantic mite composed of milk opal. Ooh. It has a spiral shell and it undulates rhythmically. Beware its poisonous gases. Good thing it's somewhere where it can't get to me. That's scary, though. Milk opal? It's like a milky kind of clear-looking gem. That's... Gem beasts are scary because they're tough, but like I said, fortunately it's somewhere we don't really need to worry about it. Especially because it can't fly. If it could fly, that would be a concern. But it can't. I love how they're using that as a shortcut. That's funny. I was wondering why I wasn't seeing them going in from the top. This fort is turning out cool? Damn right. Should hope so. Sheesh. Yeah, no, I mean, I would hope that this fort's cool. Doing my damnedest. I mean, the whole goal of this fort is to become the mountain home of this faction, because we're trying to rebuild this faction. When I started trying to rebuild this faction, they had this fort, Most Urn, and they had this fort, Maze Lavers, or Hillocks, rather. And then we made a fort on the stupid lake, which is somewhere. Not seeing it. I know it's here somewhere. It's like a one-tile haunted lake, which I'm not finding now. I don't think it got destroyed. Oh, there it is. We made Murky Mirrors and Drowned Folk, basically, which are two forts on one tile, which are right there. And they both did okay. But that lake was too bloody annoying. And now, if I go to our faction, the Plank of Nations, 2 of those dwarves from those fortresses are now in royalty in this faction. It was literally called the Stupid Lake. I didn't name it that. Any idea when the Steam DF edition will be released? They keep saying this fall. That's all I know. I do know that it's completely playable, as in, like, Zach was able to build a fortress from beginning to end, becoming the mountain home and then digging too deep without, what's the word? Any crashes or game-breaking bugs in the premium version. So, soon, TM? I know that the API's release date, as of 3 hours ago, was set to January 2023. But I'm assuming that's placeholder. Took a screenshot of that and sent it to the KitFox community manager, and she responded with an eyes emoji. So, whatever that means. Apparently, they're going to be at PAX West at the end of this month. 14 years? Damn! Good for you. I gotta do. Apparently, Bumwreck has claimed a clothes shop. Anyway, there will be a demo of them playing it at PAX West. I won't be going to PAX West because I'm one of those people who really doesn't want to get sick. I don't want to get sick. I'm immunocompromised. It's not worth it for me. So I'm not going to PAX West. But I will be at home, so thus I will, simply take that time to edit video. So, although I'm not going to lie, suddenly very tempted to just go to PAX West for the Friday because 4 p.m. till 5 p.m. Friday, September 2nd. But I'm tempted, but I'm not going to. Tempted, but not going to. Imagine being the dwarf whose bedroom we had to remove a chunk of the wall from to build this. Oh, actually, that's ironic. It's my elf. That's funny. We had to, like, dig into this dwarf's or into this elf's room to work on this. So, like, trying to sleep, constantly dwarves with pump materials and supplies just vaulting over this elf having a nap. It's funny. Ah. This game's entertaining. One thing we do know, which I think is almost more exciting than a release date, is we know that Premium is going to be releasing alongside of Classic. So we will be getting this for free alongside of Premium, or at least within a the release window. This will be releasing for free. And that's kind of rad. Some migrants have arrived despite the danger. I mean, I need to jump down here, actually. A Boyer. Dream of raising a family and is a private person. Can't handle stress. Well, guess what? Guess what? You can handle stress. You know what that means? This means you're joining the Free SEALs. Not to be confused with the Navy SEALs. Also, we got a fishery worker, which is useless. Who's in a constant state of internal rage. Okay, perfect. You can also join the military. There you go. 2 more recruits. That's cool. I'm sorry, what? How did I manage that? Anyway. Honestly, when people complain about the Dwarf Fortress UI, this is the only part that I really agree with, is when you go to deconstruct shit and the entire screen is flashing. It's like, I can't see shit. What? I mean, we're gonna get attacked by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. Is my mind flooded? No. Are you talking about that blue? This is above ground, dude. So no, nothing is flooded. You need an S, Alameyer. Pickets. There you go. But yeah, that's the thing that I'm actually looking forward to, is Classic launching day and date with Premium. Premium launching in the first place, rad. Looking forward to it. Classic launching next to Premium. That's what I'm actually looking forward to. That's what I'm actually excited about. Because it means that, like, I'm not going to have a whole bunch of sad people on my YouTube channel going, I want to play, but I have no money. And it means that they get the cool stuff too. And it's not like people are going to, like, people who aren't necessarily going to purchase Premium are going to have something cool for all the waiting time, you know? And that's exciting. Because, not everybody's going to buy Dwarf Fortress. Some people are just going to keep playing free Dwarf Fortress. And that's nice. You're still a noob at DF? Pro tip, Haigandu. Top right of the screen. Also, you kept the fort alive for 14 years. That means you're not a noob. You're just still learning. Top right of the screen. If the number is green, we're above ground. If it's red, we're below ground. So we are above ground, not below ground. This is below ground. This is above ground. Do you not own it, Bastet? You won't stop playing the original? Well, I mean, you can play Classic in Premium. Just in case you didn't know that. Don't have the money? I gotcha. I understand. The Iron Floodgate. Because Classic, well, I mean, Classic keeps getting updates. I mean, there won't be differences, right? They will be the same game. The difference is Premium will have music and graphics. But you can turn off the graphics. So it'll be identical to Classic. Because Classic is getting the same UI rework. So, from that point of view, they will be more or less indistinguishable. Wow, this dwarf is still hauling the Hydra into the fort. Look at this. Still hauling the Hydra. Imagine living this dwarf's life, where, what are you doing? Oh, just dragging an 8-ton Hydra into the fortress. How long have you been at it? 2 weeks? That's about how long this dwarf's been hauling this. About 2 weeks. Nah. The real funny one to me, though, is when it's like a dwarf hauling a giant elephant, or like a single dwarf carrying a whale. It's like, you need some help with that? Like, you good? No, yeah, I mean, he's like, honestly, at this point, he's probably rolling it down the stairs, just kicking it. Like, come on, buddy. Maybe, in this universe, Hydras come with built-in wheels. He's just rolling them. You know, that's actually something I've always wanted. I've always wanted, like, multi-haul, where, like, 4 dwarves will go and haul a thing. Even if they're all standing in the same tile, like, I don't really care. Like, half of them could be lying down, as long as there's, like, a bunch of them there. How about adding Stinky to his name? Nah. Because I'll forget, and then I'll have a dwarf named Stinky for reasons I can't remember. Anyway, he got too hungry and stopped and gave up. All right, let's see. Are you going to butcher the right animal? Oh, are you butchering Hydra heads? Motherfucker, dude's butchering Hydra heads. What a badass. What a badass. You know, I think that this butcher, Caleb, has, like, gotten their redemption now. Because this dwarf stole an artifact from the fortress. It's nice to see them butchering the Hydra heads and coming back into society functionally. They did their 30 days in prison. It seems like the single Hydra head is heavier than the body, although they did actually get them all hauled down here first. That dwarf may also just be very weak, so it's hard to tell. Yeah, they have 7 heads. Let's see how many dwarves we trap in here. Wait, hold on. Did I put that in the wrong spot? No, I didn't. I didn't actually dig that in the first place. Okay. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. All right, that's it. I need more engineers, because apparently I got like no mechanics dwarves. Let's build 2 more mechanic shops, because I'm tired of waiting all these mechanisms. Trust me, I'm an engineer. I mean, what the fuck just happened here? Now, you know, honestly, that's my favorite, one of my favorite videos on the internet. Whenever people mention engineers, that's all that I can think about is, trust me, I'm an engineer. Just stuff falling apart. Because we were supposed to trust him because he's an engineer, right? I think I'll put this thing right here. Exactly. You know, that might actually be like top 25 best videos on the internet of all time, in my opinion. Like, if somebody made me rank all of the videos on the internet, that would be pretty high on the list. Just for the hysterical laughter I had the first time I saw it. For anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, just go to YouTube and type in "Trust me, I'm an engineer," and you'll find it pretty fast. That's, you know, honestly, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Best video on the internet of all time is the classic "It's Okay to Not Like Things" song. Second best internet of all video of all time is 55. I don't need you to change my mind because you can't. So those two videos are like peak internet. We're not gonna improve past that. Everything after 55, and trust me, I'm an engineer, and it's okay to not like things. It's all downhill from there. First thing you ever designed or teach asked you if you had a screw loose or if I had all my wires free. Yeah. 55. If you don't know what 55 is, well, what about the Ultimate Showdown? It's up there. Maybe top 50. I'm not going to stream this because I'm going to assume somebody owns the rights to it. For some reason, that video that I just linked, 55, went viral a second time not too long ago. Around the time that person uploaded it, because that thing was viral way back. But a streamer you watch is making a browser game in the vein of old Flash games because you decreed that Flash games were peak internet? Well, thumbs up. You know, honestly, I think you just came up with the next theme for the next Halcyon Game Jam. Peak internet. I want to know what people would come up with peak internet. Just peak internet. That's the theme. Gotta put that one on the ideas doc, because that's starts to feel old. It's okay to feel old. We're all old together. It's okay. Does it make you feel any better if you know that you're not the only one? What's this audio? Yes, trust me, I'm an engineer. You know what's sad? Is like I'm talking about these legendary internet videos, right? Sh55 is like got 10 million views uploaded in 2006. Trust me, I'm an engineer. This was uploaded in 2012 with 13 million. And I'm just like, these classic fucking internet incredible videos. And then you go on TikTok and it's like person talking about Burger King, 150 million views. And you're just like, man, I thought my viral videos were cool. Jesus. You're a kid at heart, probably, Hops, I would assume. Yeah, TikTok cheats. Just like Facebook. You know, that kills me inside every time I remind myself that, is that, like, half the people I went to high school with just, like, have kids. I was building this out of phthalate, and then I changed the rock type for some reason. Friends have kids that could technically be your grandkids. Oh boy. That's all I have to say to that is, oh boy. Garrus, am I gonna put that there? Yeah, I can. Damn right. You wore a t-shirt today with Rob, the robot, holding a Triforce saying you can be a kid as long as you like. Well, I mean, the reality is kids these days don't think that Triforces are cool anymore. Whoa! Another one? Nani? Ridrath was seen being stolen. One of my elf poets? DJ Huxley. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. They're passing it off to this pale hunter. Don't worry, this pale hunter is not going to make it out of this out of the fortress. Of course, it's one of my easily gullible elves. Go fucking figure. And we're also going to interview DJ Huxley. Is that what that name's from? I didn't actually know. Pale Hunter is so silly. He's just like refusing to accept the artifact. Oh, did he get it finally? Okay, now he's got it. All right, well, 1, 2, 3. Stab this Pale Hunter to pieces. Pale Hunter? What Pale Hunter? I don't know what you're talking about. There's just a dead human there now. Weird. Well, good thing, we can put our artifact back now. Ain't that good to see? I mean, I know who Baloo is. Oh, okay. I missed the part where Hygandu said Baloo. Okay, I for some reason I thought there was something else. Never mind, I got confused. I thought you were talking about something else. But I am familiar with the character Baloo. I'm just reading way too many things and I missed that one line. You have watched 55 and you agree it's peak internet? Literally, it's like it's back when the internet was just dumb with absolutely no logic behind it. And oh no. Our elf friend here has gone berserk. The elf has become enraged. So our elf poet friend, DJ Huxley here, was accused of stealing an artifact and has now become enraged. And then it evaded the police briefly and is now being thrown into the hospital and then dragged out of the hospital. I'm going to disable the hospital until they're in prison. Man, this elf really does not want to be put in prison. You'll be dead if you, you know, resist any harder at this rate. We're also going to interrogate him first. Reading a lot plus playing a game, and the game includes a lot of reading, yes. Let's see what we learn about that zombie. Met with the subject and attempted to make intimidating remarks in order to elicit information. The subject was too afraid and refused to comply. In retrospect, they misjudged their character. I mean, is also, like, literally bleeding on the floor. Okay, so this is a text message I just received. Bounces, +2 269-3180 EDFA. My phone number equals txt-bell@cmdripmail2.com. Netflix support. Your last payment has been declined. Please visit the link below and sign in to update your details. I'm going to show you what this link looks like. That's what they want me to hit. Seems like phishing. And to delete that email, don't click that link. So very, very trust. Very much trust. So are we just going to leave this elf bleeding on the floor? I guess I'm going to, like, reactivate the hospital briefly. You know, guys, I think that is a legitimate link, and I should definitely make sure that my Netflix payment went through. Although, truth be told, I already paid my Netflix bill 2 weeks ago. I don't know how much power this is going to provide, so we'll find out in a sec. Okay, so the second I connect this, it's going to start pumping lava potentially, so I need to have this sealed off before I do anything else silly with it. All right. Paste it here so that you can all click. Do you actually want me to do that? Yeah, no, I already deleted the conversation, so I'd have to go into my history, but nah. I'm good. Just like go back in the VOD and copy the whole URL and type it in yourself. Is that red lava? Yes. Well, it's more orange, but yes, that is lava. Also, high wave depletion. We were talking about synthesizers earlier, so you came up. I'm surprised I haven't gotten a dwarf stuck back here yet. It's very nice that the goblins have like waited to not attack me this whole time while I've been prepping this murder device. I'm quite surprised, actually. I was kind of expecting them to hit me while I've been sitting here. Is those doors made of wood? Nothing in this fort's made of wood. Yeah, well, there wasn't much synth talk, but there was a little bit of synth talk. You didn't miss a lot, I'll put it that way. I'm kind of curious. How much power does this need? 525. 4, 8, 12. That should power. That should make enough. Would be good. Should be. Well, let's do this. I ever raided a vault in Fortress mode, and how difficult was it? Yes. I did it in Angel Razor a whole lot. If you want to go back in my VODs and see me do it. No worse than raiding a hard, like, goblin site. What's my population at? 160. But yeah, no real difference when it comes to difficulty. Let's hope you don't get stuck here. Let's just watch. Did they get stuck? You're gonna get stuck, aren't you? You get stuck. You're gonna get yourself stuck. Yep, you're gonna get yourself stuck. Okay, well. Let's see if you get yourself stuck. Okay, I don't think the dwarves are going to stand on that tile. We'll see. If they don't do it this time, then I'll just simply move to a different spot. Okay, yeah. So what I will do is I will let you dig through that, and I will move that, and we'll rebuild it over there. Gotta be the gravestones in the way, that's the problem. Yeah, the thing about raiding vaults in fortress mode, though, is you don't actually get any of the materials, though. Like, they don't really bring stuff back unless there's artifacts there. So, I will say that kind of as a caveat if you do start trying to raid vaults. Also, the easiest way to find vaults in adventure mode is... Or not adventure mode. In fortress mode is to go into the artifacts screen and look for slabs. That's all of the advice I can give you about that. So, don't know if that helps, but hopefully it does. I'll throw that there. I'm gonna put a lever there. We're gonna call it emergency pump shut off. Emerge pump shut off. It's very important to have an emergency shut off valve. It's like to remind everybody the importance of having a shut off valve. Always have a shut off valve. Always. Mostly didn't want to send candy armor in case you got attacked in the meantime, but you'll keep in mind that they won't bring back raw materials. Also, the other thing that you need to know about magical materials is they're not actually that cool currently. Although, Tarn said in the future of the fortress that the magic materials are, or the cool materials, like the god materials, are going to be more interesting in the premium version. Whatever that means. Cheers, hi Gandu. We'll see you when we see you, dude. You've been doing this wrong? Ah, you're fine. Chat, did you hear that? We're epic. You know, it's kind of funny. So some of you may have noticed the clarification of the rules that Steam did recently. And I was looking at it on a subreddit, on the PC gaming one, and the first comment was, "Man, this news is epic!" And then the first response is, "No, dude, this is Steam." And for some reason, that just made me laugh so fucking hard for no reason. Shouldn't have, but I was like, "This is epic!" No, this is Steam. It's the most thanks, Dad, I've felt about a subreddit post in a very long time. Can I just say, this is taking a long time. We're getting there, though. Thank you guys for hanging with me for this tedium. Bobbity bobbity bow. Doesn't matter as long as it's blocks at this point. Diorite, marble, don't care. Someone uses a ramstick as a bookmark to read faster, and others suggested putting a clock under the book so that they can overclock. Yeah, that's pretty good. I gotta ram these words into my eyes, basically. Oh, apparently I missed a dwarf. Whoops. Why is there a duck back here? Duck, can you do me a favor and get out of the area that's gonna be full of lava soon? I mostly just kind of want to finish this lava machine, and then we're going to jump to the other game. I'm going to try and... I'm going to try... What's the word I'm looking for here? And beat that other game that we were playing yesterday. All right, you, over here. Gear assembly. No. What's the... A, okay. So now I'll be able to shut the thing down if I need to. Not bad. Little wind setup. And then this right here, maybe I'll make into my library. I can just have like a mechanical library, and it'll be like right next to all these mechanisms. Put glass around it or something so that dwarves don't hurt themselves. Could do something cool with that. We'll figure it out. So now, we plug the rest of this up with blocks. We're damn close. Someone's got to be working. Okay, you know, fuck it. Let's just get rid of you. Any blocks. Doesn't matter. Any blocks. Quartzite, that'll work. Seems like I should probably dump all that. Seems spit stinky. Oh, summertime. Been working on this pump system for a year. A whole goddamn year in game. It's a long time we've been working on this pump. A long goddamn time. Chat, I hope that you guys have been enjoying the stream today. A whole 9 hours of Dwarfs. Don't get that many other places on Twitch. Also, I've pitched peak internet as a future theme idea for the game jam. I'll just say whatever you consider to be peak internet. Actually, no, peak internet dating simulator might be even better, because then it would just be like you're just dating old school memes. You know, I kind of love this garbage chute just because it's just that flickering there, all the bits and pieces flying down into there. Flash doesn't exist anymore, but man, if I got a bunch of games that played like Flash but weren't actually Flash, do you have any idea how happy that would make me? Like, I don't know if you realize just how simple I can be sometimes with certain things. Like, that would genuinely make me so happy. Like, I like Flash games. That shit's my childhood right there. All right. I can't say I ever played that. Hey, Darren. Stick RPG. I remember Stick RPG and Stick Wars and Stick Defense and all that shit. You had a homepage that was 100% Flash back in the day? Really? You know, honestly, like, Flash is cool and all, but I think we're better off without it. Flash was rad, but like, the world is better after Flash. Like, as much as I have a lot of positive warm fuzzies for Flash and Flash accessories, we're far better off without Flash around. Like, I'm not even talking about like the security problems. I'm just saying in general, we're better off without it. Oh, absolutely. Also, for those of you who missed it, me and my stream team held a game jam over the past weekend. Those are all of the submissions. The theme was Good Morning. So they made a bunch of games about Good Morning. Although I've actually, I know this might sound like a sin, I've bought some Flash games in the last few years. Ooh, a vile force of darkness has arrived. Well, So, I'm gonna do a thing, and that thing be this. I pull this lever. Fortunately, they are very far away. Okay, so let's add all this to burrow 1. And also all of this to burrow 1. So I'm going to lock all of these dwarves inside. Chat, we're under siege again, so you may want to look up. I got some time left in the stream just yet. That has not been hooked up. That one has. Okay, that's good. All right, everybody get inside. And looks like it's another ridiculously large one already. Are we getting attacked by a princess? Why do the goblins have a lady consort? What is attacking? Goblins. But why do they have a lady consort? What does that mean? Hold on. That's not even like a royal... Okay, who are you the lady consort for? Also, shoutouts to Cussy, who became apparently the outpost liaison of the Crimson Pulley. Huh. All right, well, chat, you might want to pay attention. Regardless, we're going to seal up the dwarves inside. And thunk. That's my broker. Guess I gotta open this back up briefly. All right, who told my broker that it would be a good idea to haul a boulder outside while we're getting invaded by goblins? Cussy. Yeah, Cussy's a member of chat who wanted to be a religious figure, so I made him into the 4th priest. Apparently he got promoted to outpost liaison after we left. So that's kind of cool. So one of my previous dwarves, essentially. All right, you weak as fuck gobnut. Get into Fortness. I'm waiting for this little purple goblin. This dude right here. Come on. Niggsbo. 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 Get in the fort. Stat. You're taking too long. I may accidentally catapult you. How big is this enemy siege? 307. Oh my god, they're doing it again. Look at how big this siege is. I'm going to screenshot this lady consort's name, though, because I kind of want to... Look at that later. Come on, you slowpoke. Get in the fort. You just gotta wander your little goblin butt around the corner. What do I need to do to make you drop that boulder, eh? There you go. So a vile force of darkness has arrived. We're gonna pull that lever. They don't read anything because they're invaders, right? You don't get descriptions from invaders. It's just the description of a goblin. So it's not gonna say anything. She's royalty in some faction. Not the faction that's attacking me, though. I think Lady Consort is a human title. But yeah, no, I mean, she's just a perfectly normal goblin. Capture her? That's not how Dwarf Fortress works. And also, nah, they're attacking me, they're gonna get lavaed or cut into pieces. But I've screenshotted it, so I might legends it later, if I remember. policies. All right, so okay, everything in here should be good. This is pretty much the best possible timing. You know what? Screw it. We don't actually need to remove that. Let's just seal you off here. And we're gonna get this thing pumping. There's one other thing I really need to connect, though, which is this. Nope. Which is this. But yeah, no, you can't really capture and release people in Dwarf Fortress. I could capture her in a cage trap and then, like, hold her out, but, dude, there's, like, 600 of them. The odds that I actually, like, single out that one Dwarf Fortress isn't that finessey. If she showed up by herself, I'd consider it, but that's not how Dwarf Fortress works. Investments are open, chat, if you want to invest your tickets. All right. Let's do the final bit of this. And then I just have one, or rather 2 gear assemblies to put into place. That's more than enough. Let's just test this. Also, chat room, if you're lurking, you might want to unlurk and look for the next little bit, because there is 485 invaders coming towards me. Trolls, beak dogs, and goblins. Which means the game's going to get extremely laggy for a little bit. But it also means that we're going to be able to dump a lot of lava onto things. Stone, I don't know if you saw it, but check this out. Lady Consort's a human title, right? One of them's a Lady Consort. I'm so used to only Cooler using those emotes in my chat, Rolf, it throws me off whenever you use those emotes. Because Cooler, my artist, has been a subscriber to that channel for ages. Okay. Yeah, it's more than enough. Not necessarily? Okay, I was under the impression that it was a human title. Oh, well, one of my dwarves is outside. Hopefully, well, Kodal, I'm sorry for your loss, but, yeah, apologies. You got locked outside. That's on you, buddy. Chat, can I get some Fs for Kodal? Speaking of Fs, this dwarf seems to have wandered into a bad place. I realize that you're insane and dying of thirst, but spicy water is not going to quench that thirst there. I mean, should I feel bad? If he wanders out, fine. Okay, he wandered out. I was going to say, if he wanders out, I'll let him out. Otherwise, okay. I've got one more place to put a mechanism, and then this whole thing should work. So, let's find out. She's a cheerleader. Or rather, there's 2 places I need to put these. One there, one there. This should just be enough power. Keyword is should be, meaning this should fill up with lava. Then when that happens, we can get all serious with this shit. Although that needs to get hooked up first. Why did that get suspended? Oh, that's why. Duh. All right, so. Did those get suspended? I wonder. Here we go. Let's hook this whole fucking thing up. Let's see how she blows. Lord and Lady must also be Goblin? Huh. It's interesting. You don't often see royalty show up as part of sieges. And kerplunk. There it goes. So the nice thing about this is they've had all this time to cluster up around my front door. All of these goblins. If anybody's unfamiliar with what goblins' beak dogs are, they're essentially like, in the current canon, they're like tremors, essentially, critters. They're these grotesque monsters that the goblins enslave as their pets. This is a really cool defense. This is completely unique from anything else I've ever made, so this is all brand new to me. We're going to wait for this upper area up here to fill up completely. Once it's full, and once this is connected, which it's almost connected, we will let the goblins in the front side, and then lock that door, and then lock the top side, kill any stragglers that make it through, and then just pull the fucking lever. Kind of like a warg. Yeah, they're basically wargs. Originally, they looked like giant peach-faced lovebirds, but they've changed the canon because they added giant peach-faced lovebirds. Because Zach wanted giant peach-faced lovebirds in the game, or just peach-faced lovebirds in general. Preferably rideable ones, because he had a peach-faced lovebird at the time. But since then, they've made them into more evil things. All right. Look at that sweet lava. Sweet candy. I need to give them more pumping power. All right, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to go over here and just find all those out. How's that sound? Let your lava flow a little faster. Doom combination horror. Sounds like a Spider-Man villain. Not bad, considering I had... What? We got one siege earlier today, and I built this entire thing since then. Granted, it took 10 hours of gameplay, but... We just need that to flow all the way to the end. Also, this siege is way smaller than the last one. The last one was 600 something. This one's only 450. Still fucking huge, though. Way bigger than anything I'm really used to dealing with in Dwarf Horde. We're going to fill this all up afterwards, but for right now, this will do. This will speed up the lava flow. Look at that. Look at that's a thing of beauty. That lava. Oh, look at that. Belug got reelected. I mean, I would reelect him too. What a good mayor. All right, chat. You guys ready for some fireworks? Hope you're ready for some fireworks, because we're going to let that hit the end. I'm going to shut the camera off. I'm going to station my military right there. Lock all the dwarves into the burrows. I'm going to just pull this lever. I was wondering why everything stopped. I was like, why is the game lagging? All right, Dwarf. It begins. Although I'm kind of expecting us to fight some of them. This defense isn't supposed to be impenetrable. I'm so used to building impenetrable defenses, and frankly, they're not that much fun. Kind of hoping that would kill a beak dog. That would have been very funny. Okay, well, that troll found the cutty traps. All right, and a beak dog walks in and also finds the cut traps. It's cut goose, except it's cut goblin, right? Chat, can I get a round of beers for all these goblins about to die? There is 400 invaders, so I'm expecting at least like 150 beers. Maybe 200. Some burrs are also acceptable. Maybe a couple bois while we're at it. Get some firework, because beak dog, you're a firework as you catch on fire with lava. Some trolls are getting by. That's fine. We'll kill them. They should be easy peas. See, here's the thing that you guys need to know about this. Normally what I would do is I would try and catch them all in it and then dump the lava on them, right? That's not how we're doing it this time. I'm not waiting until they're all in it and then dumping the lava on them. I'm waiting until the center of them are in it and we're fighting on the left side, pull both levers, close both sides, and then boom the rest of them. So we're going to fight those trolls. Those trolls are just going to go up and fight with my dwarves up here. So we're still going to be disposing of some bodies, but it's going to be significantly less painful because a huge portion of them are just going to get thwopped in the middle. So the fighting is going to begin on this side any moment. I figure that this will make these battles a little bit epicer, you know what I mean? Really should have a lever that just does both of them at the same time. That's an upgrade, I think. All right, well, here come the first few trolls. They're all starting to move through. Well, it's also weird. With this army, the goblins aren't mounted on the beak dogs. The beak dogs are moving separately from the goblins. The first army, they were all mounted. This one, they're not. That's kind of interesting, actually. All right, so my dwarves are fighting on this side. Burr has entered a martial trance. I'm actually kind of curious. Did they get those adamantine swords? Okay, looks like there's a lot of steel. Adamantine. All right, well, some of them have the adamantine stuff. Steel. Steel. Okay, well, that's good. I guess a lot of those adamantine swords got retired. That is fair. Looks like they're staying nice and clumped up, which is good. That is what we want. Dwarves are moving down and through, cutting through those trolls like butter. On the right, the main army still continues to slink around like a giant gelatinous glob. Seem to be having a rough time of it, though. These trolls, on the other hand, fucking child's play for these dwarves. Let me tell you. Look at that. Cutting through them like nobody's business. Like, I mean, look at Kib over here. He's killed 4 trolls already. 6 trolls by Nish. Erdem has gotten 2. Meanwhile, back here, this is one of the only survivors from the previous fight. Back in 216. Or no, not in 216. In 222. Whereas it's 223 now. So a year ago, the past fight. The one where we lost horribly. Man, okay, so look at this stream of blood. There was some troll that got a major cut on one of my traps and just spewed blood all the way this way. Troll blood's blue, by the way, in case you missed it. That's why there's blue everywhere, because troll blood is blue. Stream went to buffering speed, no closed captions until caught up. Reminds you of your car when you attach Bluetooth. It takes a while to load on the music. Should have played over the last 4 to 5 seconds. Oh, really? That's a little odd. Apologies. It really is kind of just like a liquid of baddies. You know, it's funny. I tend to refer to trolls in Dwarf Fortress as almost harmless because they kind of are almost harmless. Like, they're not harmless, but they're not super dangerous either. Yeah, they trickle in so slowly indeed. They're practically going single file. I need like half of those goblins to be in there. I'm also going to need to tell my dwarves to retreat pretty soon. Let's hope that they start to fall back a little bit. They should. I can't let them go around that corner. If they go around that corner, I'm not getting them back. So you're going to kill that goblin, and then they're going to retreat. Kill that goblin. That one right there. Perfect. Now turn around. I said turn around. I said turn around. Dumb dwarves. I've deactivated your goddamn squads. Now turn the fuck around, boys. There they go. They've turned around. Okay. What squad are you in? Free seals. Well, fight's going. They're going to get lavaed too if they don't back up. We're almost there. I need this squad to retreat. They're refusing to retreat though, and you know, they're doing good work. Gotta give them respect for that. Back up, dwarves. Back up. These may be the sacrificial dwarves here. They are doing good. I'm very proud of them. Like, look at that. 3 trolls and 1 troll. We're holding the line. 2 trolls, 5 trolls, and 2 beak dogs, and 3 beak dogs. Dude, back up. All right, that's enough executing. Come on. Run, you fools, as they say. Well, soldier, no activity. I mean, there's definitely activity here. Looks like they're finally getting pushed back. This one has fallen. Two's about to fall. And 3's about to fall. All right, I'm going to station my first squad back up there. Big brain moment by those boys. You know, I wanted this to be a battle. This is turning into a battle. This isn't just a massacre. So, you know, honestly, this is kind of what I wanted. Not 100% lossless fight. Not an absolutely perfect fight. I wanted it to be a fight, you know? They're not backing up, are they? No. Okay, good. You know, I should just lock them in and do it. Let's give it another 10, 9, 8. Ah, no, they're still moving in. Okay. We're okay. We're okay. Here comes a green gobby right there up front. So close, Ming. It's a ton of troll blood. Yeah, we're painting the floor troll. It's like, what color are you painting your fortress? Troll color! All right, well, the dwarves are coming back to deal with that one scout gob. Let's just fucking seal it. All the levers. Pull the levers. So the question is, are any of them going to get, like, catapulted up into my fort? Because that could actually happen. I know that that sounds really funny when I say that. But that could legitimately happen. Like, no questions asked. That could happen. Holy shit, there's a zombie in there? Is that just a visitor? You know, I think Lonnie, this Void Hunter here, is, like, completely unrelated. Yeah, just a guest. It's like, excuse me, guys, I'm here to visit the dwarves. Coming through. Sorry, collateral damage. All right, so when this dwarf pulls this lever here, that door is going to shut. And I'm going to see how far this goblin goes. Oh, nope, not that one. This one? Whee! Okay, well, that's that side. Now we need somebody to pull this bottom one. Get to it. Chop to it, Dwarfy. Come at him. Up and at him. Quickie wicky. Just like Sticky. Get him, Vicky. There you go. And whee! Nope. Okay, fine. Oh. Well, okay. So this is the highest beak dog. I need to make sure none of them land in my fort, because that'll be a problem. All right, well, that one landed on the side where they die still. Perfect. Also, I hope somebody clipped that Wii, by the way. Speaking of Wii, we gonna need some baking oil. Let's pause for a second. It's on this side. Nothing we can't handle. All right, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. The good thing begin. Dwarf, go pull the lever. Go pull the lever, Dwarf. And haven't pulled yet. Pulled it yet. God damn it. There's so much stuff in there. Oh, ho, 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 ho. And thunk. Wait for it. There you go. Look at that. Who even needs frame rates when you've got this level of carnage? Oh, that is wonderful. How much stuff's on fire? Good amount of stuff. I mean, look at this from the top side. Look at the goblins fucking climbing the walls. Oh, good luck. The impressive thing is that the siege is still happening. You can't even see the lava. There's so much smoke. Oh, they're hearing them scream. That's a given. Shoutouts to those 2 goblins that were able to get out by literally climbing out. I think the siege is over. They're leaving. Oh, smoke's clearing. Now the lava's just spreading. That's a lot of exclamation point. Yeah. This is a pretty badass defense because it's not like, it's not a perfect defense, right? It doesn't kill all of them. We still have to do a lot of damage on the side. So we're still going to have to, you know, clean up a lot of the mess over here. But the fact that it's like pretty fucking clean at the front here. And, you know, once the siege is left on the outside, I can just open that side door. And we can just, you know, go back to what we were doing. This is a pretty rad defense. There's bodies exploding. If you keep an eye, you might see, like, little splatters in the lava. Though that's corpses bursting. They do that. They rupture. They become like water balloons and they go... Let's see. Kind of takes a while to flow to the end, though. This middle bit got dealt with real fast, but it is kind of taking a while. Anyway, siege is over. There's still like 100 of them in there. That's crazy. They're really like, there's no way in hell 100 of them are in there. Also, apparently a goblin dancer's visiting. Are you human or are you goblin dancer? Oh my god, look at all of that. Okay, so you see all of that blue. You know what that's blood mist, chat. That is blood mist. Beak dog boiling blood. Molten copper. Beak dog boiling blood. That's what that is. That is boiling blood. Oh my god. That is bonkers. Dwarf Fortress is a really brutal game. Don't let its childlike excitement fool you. God damn, man. Overflow? They'll overflow if I let them. I mean, if I just keep pumping, filling this, it will overflow up to here. Oh my god, look at all the goblins up there. I didn't really think about that part. Well, I don't know how they got up there, but let's just deconstruct this. Station my military up there. Let them out and deal with them. We'll be fine. It is so metal. It is pretty fucking metal. What's even better is these guys up here, they just get to watch it. Like, these goblins up here are literally just watching their friends burn. Anyway, we're coming over here to finish them off. They'll come out in a sec. Shoutouts to Raz over here for being the brave volunteer to knock the wall down. Last bits of them are going up. Bodies are still exploding. I hope that you run quickly there, Dwarf. What? Oh, what? Why are we fighting with this human dancer? Human dancer who specifically hasn't... Oh, I see, actually. Oh, I see. A goblin managed to get into the fort. All right. Get him, boys! We're not fighting with the human dancer. The human... All right. Anyway, these guys come over here, and then the dwarves do a pretty decent job, like, dealing with them. Also, we've got a bit of an overflowing problem here. Getting a little too deep. All right. I guess we need to pull this center lever now. We should cease the flow. That's enough flow. Anybody want to go pull that lever? We overflowy a wee bit. Just an itty bitty bit of overflowy. Guys. There you go. Okay, lever's been pulleyed. And it should stop now. All right. And let's pull this lever. And this is how we're going to drain the thing. Just means we're kind of not going to... Uh-oh. I think I just... Did I just... Do I still have a bridge? I know... Oh, no, we do still have a bridge. What's burning? What the fuck are those? Hold up. Oh, it's burning coal. Right, yeah, coal would burn, wouldn't it? I mean, we're also gonna do some damage to the forest, so I hope the elves don't mind. Yeah, that's all coal out there. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that shit's just gonna burst into flames. Yeah, this should drain out pretty quick, I would think. Map's gonna be a little bit burny for a bit, but that's fine. How drained is this? Oh, wow, it's almost drained already. Oh, it's getting there. That's a really cool color combo, though. It's like the blue, the yellows, and then the red in the middle. Code red air quality day? Yes, this is true. Yeah, I knew that this would be a problem, but I didn't really have... I guess I could have built a better drainage system, and maybe I should, but for right now, I mean, this is fun. For the first test run, I mean, sometimes you just gotta crack some eggs with lava, you know what I'm saying? And in this case, it's feather tree eggs. Lava part of nature? What? Lava's part of nature? Yeah, see, I did nothing. I'm not destroying this forest. It destroyed itself by just being close to the proximity of the lava that I happened to dump on the floor. It's not my fault. At all. Don't be silly. Just like I didn't kill those goblins. They drowned in molten rock. Regardless, though, I would say that this this fortress is pretty good. Quite happy with this one. How you doing, DM Sling? Did you know that arts? I never took an art class in grade school, but what? They drowned in their own perspiration from all of the lava everywhere. This will actually burn pretty quick. That's pretty rad. I love burning stuff in Dwarf. This is something I'm looking forward to so much in Premium, is burning stuff. Burning stuff in Dwarf Fortress is so fucking satisfying. No, this is bigger than normal embark size. Not much bigger. Like a third bigger or so. It's a large embark. I know my computer can handle it. I wonder if it's going to burn up that hill. As long as it doesn't jump the creek. Oh, it already did. Dude, it already did. Don't worry. It'll still burn out pretty quick, though. Also, we're not actually chopping trees down. I don't think forest fires like this piss off the elves because the trees are still there. Like, I didn't cut them down. They're still there. And as far as I know, it's the cutting them down part that's the problem, not like, you know, accidentally starting a forest fire. I think I need to build a door on the left side. It's going to say, going to have boiling blood as a required cool factor for fort defense. I mean, the boiling blood is a side effect of my fort defense. Not really related to my fort defense. Dwarf that's been depressed for a bit died of, lack of water. Let's see, how deep is this? All right. It's draining pretty quick. Some migrants have arrived. How do you expect to get in the fort, guys? I mean, not to be a dick or anything, but we're kind of out of doors currently. You know what? Let's do this. Just want to try something. See how dumb of an idea this is. Let's lock the dwarves back inside. And just open the other side. Let's see how Bernie this gets inside of my own fort. Let's find out. Let's see if we can clean that side hallway over there with all the blood in it. Seems fine. Anything, actually, it's making my life easier. Drains faster, and it's cleaning some of these extra bodies up. They get minor burns. That's an understatement. I think I'm going to build a side door up there. No jokes aside. So remember how you said as long as it doesn't jump the creek? Well, about that. It definitely jumped the creek. And the shark. And the bear. And a couple other things while they were at it. Alright, how many dwarves do you guys think are going to accidentally burn themselves to death in here? How deep is this? Not very deep. It's not moving particularly quick. Alright, dwarves, don't go full stupid and walk directly into the lava, okay? It sailed across the creek, yeah. It vaulted the creek. It brought a pole, too. This is a very... How much of this continent will burn? Just the map. It's not going to burn the whole continent. That's an old school myth from Dwarf Fortress. That the whole continent burns, because it doesn't. You know, I'm wondering... I'm hoping those migrants will be able to make it to the map. Or make it into the fort. Because they did in fact arrive despite the danger, and trust me, the danger's pretty rough. Oh, Dwarfy, you brave. It's Dwarf's just, you know, just casually walking around. This is fine. It's fine. Or it's just a little torchy right now. Just a little bit torchy. You okay over there, Dwarf? All right, you know what? We'll fill this in later. What's right above this? I'm giving these dwarves an emergency entrance to my fort currently. You know, this may be the most real, despite the danger, I've ever seen. Like, they're literally, like, running up along the creek. Also, Dwarf, this is not the best time to be hunting there, man. For clarity's sake, chat, I'm completely aware that I could just, you know, lock the door. I'm completely aware of this, but I'm kind of impressed that nobody's died yet that I'm aware of. All right, well, what are you... My guy. This is... kind of impressive. It's like, did I intentionally make this fort unnecessarily dangerous? Yes. I hope it's entertaining. Hunter's got to hunt, clearly. As long as you don't fall asleep. Nobody's died. At least they have, like, a guaranteed pathway. Is that a child? Kiddo, what you doing? Playing make-believe. Well. Hope you're make-believing forest fire, because, it's a-coming. Speaking of it's a-coming, we got a possession. It's just, you know, forest season. Ooh, a glass maker, actually. That's kind of cool. It looks like the lava's starting to dry up, at least on that side. Glass magma furnace, eh? I'm assuming you need raw glass, right? Tree life, good luck with that. Oh, we lost somebody. No idea who. But somebody died. The alchemical butterflies wish to join for the purpose of entertaining citizens and visitors. We'll say sure. God, I hope so. I'm getting uncomfortable with how close this side is getting to my fort, so I'm going to slam this drawbridge shut. Because this is getting a little too close for comfort. Play. Let's slam that side shut. Bonk. Yeah, I guess the upgrade we need to do to this defensive system is make it less suicidal, I would say. Because that, I think, is the biggest problem with this. Well, I mean, it's almost burnt out, at least on this side. That kid's still playing make-believe? No. I mean, map's just not going to be blue for a bit. It's fine. It'll grow back. I mean, down here, it's also almost burnt out. It's basic, like, it basically stopped at the plateau, so it's not going to burn all the way down, which is good. So yeah, that's not so bad. Gonna burn up on the left and finish. Kind of looks like a tidal wave. It's oddly pretty. Just like real forest fires, oddly pretty. There was one time, me and my dad were driving over the Coquihalla one summer, and there was a forest fire that we could see from the highway. And me and my dad, we were one of the last vehicles they let drive across the Coquihalla before they closed it behind us. And we actually pulled over for about 40 minutes and just stood there and watched the forest fire coming close to us. We're sitting there, just watching this wall of smoke. My dad pulls out his camera. He just starts taking photos. And I've got my little, because I had a little digital camera at the time and I was taking photos. We hear, meep, meep. This truck pulled up. And it's, like, Parks and Rec security. And he's like, guys, you know we closed the highway behind you, right? We're like, oh, really? And they're like, yeah. You gotta go. And it's like, you need to leave. This is bad. We're like, kind of, like, actually came to our senses at that moment. We're like, yep, yeah, okay, we'll go. But that's the closest I've ever been in proximity to a forest fire. I can't wait to see what these kinds of shenanigans look like in premium. This is why I want to get a key for premium, so I can just be like, all right, let's dump lava everywhere and see what the fire looks like. Because we haven't seen what fire sprites look like. We have no idea. We have no idea. It's like, what does it look like in Premium Dwarf Fortress when you dump a wall of lava on an army of goblins? And do we get screaming sound effects? Probably not. So chat, I think this is where we leave off Dwarfs for the day. We've more or less peaked. I mean, the fire's burning out over on this side. It's gonna keep going, but it's mostly burnt out on the left. Dwarves are out and about doing their thing again, without a care. I would say that this pump setup here is working pretty flawlessly. Kind of accidentally filled some of it up with lava, but that's fine. Somebody's missing for a week, and that's also fine. I mean, whoopsies, but eh. I would say that the trap design worked pretty fucking flawlessly. I would say it worked pretty fucking flawlessly. I don't think it could have gone better than that. I think that was pretty much an optimal outcome even. So pretty happy. I mean, I got exactly what I wanted. I wanted a trap that still allows my dwarves to fight, but win with flying colors. So that bit was fun. Could you spray lava outside the walls onto the army on the grass? Oh yeah, absolutely. I could also totally just like fire off this trap while they're still halfway outside. And they'd have to run away from a forest fire, but I'd need to wait for all the grass to grow back first. And that'll take a bit. Lots of action? Well, I'm glad. But I think it is time for us to say goodbye to Threatdweller, at least for today. I think we will return to this fort tomorrow and start working on the other side. But till then, I think it is time for us to say goodbye to this wonderful fortress, because this has been a great old time. Like I said, we'll return to this fort tomorrow. For all our Game Jam related things, I will play the Game Jam games next week. I just haven't decided what day. Probably Tuesday, I'm thinking Tuesday. But I will be making a video of all of them over the weekend, and then I will play them all on Tuesday once I know that they all work and everything. But that's it for Dwarfs for the day. That's it for Dwarfs. That was 9 hours of Dwarves. 9 hours. It's a pretty good stint, if I do say so myself. So, chat, I got a question. I got 2 games I want to play. We could possibly do both. I'm just curious as to which one you guys are more curious to see. I want to try and beat Space Bandit, which is a game I was playing yesterday, which is kind of like Hotline Miami in space. The other game is Cheese Runner. We could just do both. So both is an option. But I'm just curious which one you're more interested in seeing, chat. I want to try and beat this game because I've beaten all of the bosses up to the final boss. I have all of the achievements up to the final boss.